Today, I'm going to be making a vodka cake. I went to my Patreon members and my YouTube members, and I had a poll. This was only a poll for those members, and they got to vote whether they wanted me to make the vodka cake or a cake called side cake. Well, believe it or not, it was a tie on my with my Patreon viewers, and it was also a tie with my YouTube community members. So I decided, I bought vodka. I decided I'm going to go ahead and make the vodka cake, and I will make that other cake at another time. The recipe is from Being Dead is No Excuse, the official Southern Ladies Guide to Hosting the Perfect Funeral. So you need a bundt pan. You want to grease your bundt pan really well. I love Baker's Joy because it does not stick at all. So you're going to need your bundt pan, and you're also going to need to be preheating your oven to 350 degrees. As far as the ingredients go, you need 1 box. I bought Duncan Hines. You just need a classic yellow cake mix. You need a small box and a large box of jell-o. So you need a 5.9 ounce box of jell-o and a 3.9 ounce box of jell-o. Chocolate, yes, you need chocolate. You need 4 eggs at room temperature, beaten. You need 1 cup of oil. This is just vegetable oil. You need 1/2 cup of Kahlua, and I left that out so you could see it. It is a Kahlua rum and coffee liqueur, and that's 1/2 cup. And then you need 1/2 cup of vodka, which this is the vodka we bought. And I just put it 1/2 cup in this little bowl. And then you also need 1 container of store-bought chocolate fudge icing. They had chocolate, they had milk chocolate, they had dark chocolate. I picked out the milk chocolate. We're not going to use that until last anyway. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to get my bundt pan out of the way. And we're going to combine the cake mix, the chocolate pudding mixes, and the eggs. And you are going to mix this until it is creamy. Now you want to add your Kahlua, your vodka, and your oil, and you just mix it until there are no lumps. This is a lot of liquid, so it is wanting to slosh. So I'm going to scrape the sides because I barely turned that mixer on and it was really wanting to slosh. So I'm hoping if I can get some off the edge that it won't be as bad.
And off the bottom. And
off the bottom and the paddle, yeah. We'll see if that helps. But definitely start it out on low. So now this looks really, really creamy. It looks like a frosting, honestly. So now we're gonna pour this into our bundt pan and then spread it out evenly. Now it says you want to bake this for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna put my timer on 42 minutes. And then just make sure that you have a plate ready that you want to serve this on. Because once you're gonna turn it upside down onto a plate. Once you do that, you don't want to have to move it again. This is how the cake looks when it comes out of the oven. I did end up leaving it for exactly 42 minutes and it was fine. You want to let it sit for just a minute, and then we're going to flip it out onto our platter. Okay, I literally have just let that sit a second, just long enough for me to take the lid off my frosting and get my pan over here. So I'm gonna take this and put it on top of here and flip it like this. And hopefully it'll come right out. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Okay, now you want to, while the cake is hot, you want to frost it. So, because the frosting is supposed to sink down into the cake. So you want to put this all over the top. Didn't say whether to use the whole tub, but I did. So now we're gonna try a piece of this, and you can see all that frosting gathered in the center, which
I call that a lake of frosting.
Yes, which is completely fine with us.
Or a sinkhole.
There we go. That is how that looks. Okay, the book says, we're embarrassed to death to tell you what's in this cake. It sounds downright trashy. How many of the world's great chefs use jell-o pudding? This recipe also calls for store-bought icing, but it's simply one of the best things you'll ever put in your mouth and perfect for taking to the home of the bereaved. The biggest testament to this improbable recipe, vodka cake, is all the rage at St. James's Episcopal Church, despite the church's heretofore ironclad, no store-bought mixes dogma. But don't let the humble ingredients lull you into thinking you can get away with just any old rot-gut vodka. Gaydon borrows a half cup of her husband's very best, and it makes all the difference. One of the selling points of this cake is that it stays moist forever and ever. We always feel better after making this cake. We wonder why. Okay, so it's supposed to serve 12. And you see, the vodka we bought, it's literally just cheap vodka.
Yeah,
but
we bought whatever we could get.
Cheap, yeah. I'm going to try to get a piece of cake without so much of that icing because I know I'm going to like the icing. Actually, I'm going to go right in the middle to that middle part.
Maybe you want. You definitely get the vodka flavor.
Ooh, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
The top of the bundt cake, which is now the bottom, has this like a little crunchy layer on it.
Oh, I think it's delicious. And I love that Kahlua.
Yeah, the coffee kind of rum flavor.
Yes, I definitely get that. You definitely get the coffee, the rum, the vodka.
If you don't like alcohol though, if you don't like the flavor of alcohol, you won't like this.
Oh, really? Because I don't think it's strong.
It's strong.
Oh, I don't think it is.
Well, depends on what bite you get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it's slowly building.
Oh,
so,
I think it's wonderful.
Well, I don't know. Probably, actually, most of the alcohol did not cook out of this because it's not like cooking in a pan where you're boiling it off. So the alcohol is probably still in here pretty strong. It's not like ridiculously strong, but it is there, definitely.
It's there. You taste it.
It doesn't take your breath away, but...
I think it's fantastic. I love it. I would make this again and again.
You definitely get that rum flavor though. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like that flavor though, you will not like this cake.
It's definitely not too strong for me. And okay.
You love rum.
I love rum. But let me just say this too. You know, we've reviewed a lot of those Tortuga rum cakes and I think the Dockside rum, was that the brand? Rum cakes. This is not that strong. I don't think so at all. This is not as strong as the Tortuga. It's not like that in your face. And I tell you something that I think helps that is that chocolate frosting. Because you're getting that very, very sweet chocolate. And I'm so glad I bought milk chocolate because it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
I think it's perfect. It baked perfectly for 42 minutes. That was the perfect time.
It's a good moist cake too.
Yes.
No dryness there.
Yeah, I think it's delicious. So you think it's too strong for you?
The rum flavor is very, very strong to me.
And see, it's not to me at all.
It's not as strong as a rum cake, but it is very strong for a chocolate cake.
This is not as strong. I've made rum cake for the channel.
Yeah.
This isn't as strong.
No,
as
it's not as strong as that,
me.
but that's what I'm saying. If you don't like the flavor of like rum or alcohol, you won't want this. It's off-putting if you don't like it.
So would you?
I don't mind it. I
You
don't mind it. It's just too. It is a little too. I'd rather have just regular chocolate cake than this, but
Okay.
yeah.
I like this for something different.
Yeah,
I
oh,
think
yeah.
it's good. If you already have, especially if you already have the Kahlua and the vodka in your house, go ahead and make it.
I wonder if you could just use rum instead of Kahlua. If you didn't want to go buy Kahlua, which has that little bit of a coffee kind of flavor.
I think
which
you
I don't
could,
know that tastes
but
the
I do
difference,
get
but-
a little bit of the coffee.
Damn, see, I don't get that. I just get rum.
Well,
It's good.
I'm crazy about
I
it.
like it.
Clearly, I love it. I think it's delicious. Yeah. Easy to make. Turned out perfect. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.